On this week's show, Liberty Hoops trying to get in the win column, and one player shares the story behind his transfer to LU.
Plus, football alum Roy Jones continues to give back and help others do the same. Plus, more recognition for Flames football. It all starts now. This is Flames Central.
Well, not sure what it's like where you are, but it is a winter wonderland here at Liberty University. More on that a little bit later. But in the meantime, welcome on in. This is Flames Central. As always, she's Emily Austin, and I'm Matt Warner.
And as always, we have some great stories to share with you today, including some more football awards. But we begin with Liberty basketball, looking for its first Conference USA victory.
Yeah, it was a tough start to conference play for Liberty. 3 straight losses, one by 2 points, one in overtime. The Flames have been so close to tasting victory. On Thursday night, they hope to finally get a notch in the win column as they hosted FIU. The Panthers entered the game 2-1 in Conference USA play and forcing more turnovers than any team in the country. They have a pair of electric guards, one of which went off. Javante Hawkins scored 13 of his team's first 15 points in this ballgame. He would finish with a game-high 24 points. But the Flames would have a hot hand of their own in Caden Matheny. He'd been struggling shooting the basketball in conference play, but he was struggling no more. Matheny with 18 points coming by way of 6 three-pointers. Speaking of three-pointers, Liberty had been waiting on a breakout shooting performance, and this was it. They made 16 of 33 three-point attempts, some a little more exciting than others. That shooting, along with 14 offensive rebounds and 16 second-chance points, would lead the way for the Flames as Liberty picks up its first ever Conference USA victory, taking down the FIU Panthers 78-69.
Kyle Rode has been named to the 2023-2024 Lou Henson Award mid-season watch list. The Lou Henson Award is given annually to the most outstanding mid-major Division I men's basketball player. Rode is one of 35 players who landed on the list. The super senior is averaging a team-best 13 points a game, along with 4.5 rebounds and 2.7 assists. The 2024 recipient will be announced at the NCAA Championship. We often talk about how special and unique this men's basketball program has been throughout the years. It's clear that Richie McKay and his staff are far more focused on the person rather than the player. But we wanted to hear that straight from the student athlete, which is why we started a segment called Why Liberty. This week, transfer Xander Yates shares his answer.
My name is Xander Yates, and I played basketball here at Liberty. During my recruiting process, when I entered the transfer portal, Coach McKay was he was one of the only coaches to call me and not ask about basketball. So one of the things that he always says that really stuck out to me was just you're not just a part of the basketball team, you're here doing life together. We're all experiencing life together. He's very good at recruiting specific type of guys. He just recruits winners, and every single one of the guys on the team will do whatever it takes to win, no matter what that is. And that's just something that I thought was really cool. It's not just a 4-year decision, it's a 40-year decision, just being here and becoming a better man along with advancing my athletic career. Faith is a huge aspect in my life. Liberty is one of the best colleges in the entire world for Christians to come to, especially being a Christian athlete. It's a great way to embrace being both an athlete and a follower of God. Coming to Liberty has just helped me, if I'm being honest, not hide my faith as much, because growing up in basketball, it's a very secular thing, it's a very worldly thing, and you don't find as many for real Christian athletes as we do on this team, and to be able to just experience and have that connection with every single guy on the team is something that's definitely really special. It's definitely a spectacular place. It's nothing I've ever seen before, and it's nothing that you can replicate anywhere else.
All right, we stay with basketball. We mentioned the slow start to the conference season for Liberty. It's not something Flames fans are used to, given how successful the Flames have been over the years. 7 straight 20-win seasons will certainly set expectations at a high level. But on this week's Flames Central podcast, powered by Alcova Mortgage, TV analyst Paul Nazigan weighed in on why LU fans shouldn't be overly concerned at this point in the season.
Why do you believe in this Liberty men's basketball team?
I mean, it's the test of time. You know, it's like losses, road losses, conference losses. And again, it's a little bit uncharted, but not, I mean, I've been around the game a long time, you know, played, coached. This is what you do in January. We put the graphic up almost every when we do the game. We're top 5 in
The nation.
in wins over the last 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it's like up in the hundreds. Like, it's a proven, successful philosophy of a way to play, and the guys that coaches are bringing in are quality young men. They're gritty, they're tough.
To hear all of Naz's thoughts on Liberty basketball and to hear why Joe Yock strangely wasn't on the show this week, check out the Flame Central podcast powered by Alcova Mortgage. You'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll learn. Listen to the podcast in all the usual podcast places or watch it on the Liberty Flames YouTube channel.
All right, let's check in with the ladies down in sunny South Florida taking on FIU. It's an and one for the freshman of the week, Asia Boone. More on her in just a moment. Liberty, kept it close in the first frame, but the second quarter would be a different story. The conference-leading Lady Panthers outscored LU 21-8. To the final frame we go. 4 minutes to play, as promised. Boone getting a little fancy around the rim for her new career high of 18 points, but it wouldn't be enough as the Lady Flames fall. Final score 70-59. When you have a season like Flames football did, you continue to talk about it. In the middle of January, the leader of this program is a major reason why. Jamie Chadwell already won the Bear Bryant Group of 5 Coach of the Year award, and now he can add the Steve Spurrier First-Year Coach of the Year award to his list of accolades. The honor is given annually to a head coach who demonstrates an exemplary transition during the first year leading a program. Despite having a 50% roster turnover in his first season at Liberty, Chadwell led the Flames to a perfect 12-0 regular season record, a Conference USA championship, and a New Year's Six bowl game. And why stop with Coach Chadwell? Hey, Matt, you know my joke? We're going to need a bigger trophy case.
Yeah.
Is there a limit to how many times I can say that?
I think you've reached it.
Yeah, well, whatever. Liberty defensive end TJ Bush was also honored recently. This freshman made an immediate impact for the Flames in the trenches this season, and in return, he was named to the 2023 Football Writers Association of America Freshman All-America team. Bush is just one of 22 true freshmen to receive the honor and only one of 9 in Group of 5 players to make the list. Bush started all 14 games at defensive end for the Flames, finishing his first season with 32 total tackles.
Well, our next story is about Liberty football alum Roy Jones. He actually almost never got the chance to be an alum, but you'll hear about that in just a minute. You'll also hear about the impact Liberty made on his life and his subsequent career. His is a story about giving of himself and helping others do the same.
It really took me to a place where I saw really the purpose of being on this planet was to help others. And it really was the thing that drove me, and I think it really had a profound impact on me in the last 40, 50 years.
Like countless others, the mountain would be a life-changing experience for former Liberty offensive lineman Roy Jones, who played for the Flames from 1977 to 1981.
We really were the pioneers, and we were people that heard the vision. I remember being in Dr. Fauvel's truck and him driving me up to the mark before it was a mark, and looking out on the campus and saying, hey, the field's going to be there, and this dorm's going to be there, and this is going to be here, and literally before it was there, we saw it. People ask me today, can you believe the campus? I do. We saw it 40 years ago.
However, during Roy's playing days, the football facilities looked a little different.
When I got there, they took me to this place called Treasure Island. There is a little bit of shock value, in 1977, showing up on this rickety bridge where we literally made our bunk beds with hammer and nails and painted the dorms. I mean, it was Mr. Miyagi training. It was a special place.
But just like the conditions of Treasure Island, Roy's early college experience would have its rough spots as well.
I was in trouble all the time. They thought it was best I go to school somewhere else. And the first time I met Jerry Falwell was on a review board to get back in school. But we connected. He knew that I kind of just one of those kids that did not have a good grounding in the Word. And so he gave me a second chance.
And Roy would take full advantage of it, not only graduating from Liberty, but Dr. Falwell would offer Roy an opportunity to work with him in Washington, D.C., giving Roy a front row seat about the field of fundraising.
I had no idea at the time that God was training me for my life's work. Then 10 years ago, somebody called Liberty and said, we're trying to set up a foundation. Who do we call? And our friends at Liberty gave them my name. So.
More than 30 years later, Roy has raised millions of dollars for charities and nonprofits. Through his own agency, Fit Fundraising, he's helped people all over the world. He's also found a passion for training, teaching others the same lessons he learned from Dr. Falwell years ago.
It's so rewarding to know that that little bit of information, that an example that Dr. Falwell gave me, that I passed it on to others, and now there's people that have never heard the name Jerry Falwell that are teaching others. And it's that kind of thing, knowing that's going to long outlive anything I do.
In the fall of 2023, Roy Jones would return to the mountain with his family, experiencing a full circle moment at a place that poured so much into him, and getting the opportunity to give back with his own charitable donation.
There's something about the guys that were here at Liberty in the early days and
yeah.
had to go through the hard things early on. It's changed all of them. You hear them tell stories and how much Liberty means to them, and helping carry out the vision of Liberty means to them even to this day.
And Roy told me they still have a group chat and keep in touch weekly, so that's awesome. And the domino effect of the lessons that Dr. Falwell has taught, really a lasting legacy for fundraisers to come, like Roy teaching all of those people all around the world.
Absolutely, still making a difference today. All right, we step aside now, but coming up, he helped Liberty basketball to prominence. We'll learn about the incredible adversity that Scotty James has had to overcome as a pro.
And that guy, Rhett McGibbon, names his top players of the week when Flame Central returns.
Being a parent and helping your kids through school, it's not exactly easy. I mean, there's waking up at 5 a.m., the morning routine, helping with homework, sitting in traffic. You get it. What if there was a way you could get your kids a quality Christian education where they can work at any pace, any time, from anywhere? School that works for your schedule and frees your kids to keep doing what they love. Well, that's exactly what we do. LUOA, school that goes where you do. A college degree is more than a diploma. It's taking control of your future and finding that next step. At Liberty University, we not only care about your career, we also care about your calling. And we want to help you learn, develop, and grow so you can make an impact as a champion for Christ. Over 600 online programs, one you, infinite possibilities.
Welcome to Liberty University's online programs, where living out your calling with integrity is what you train to do. And getting ready for the future doesn't mean missing out on the now. Because a university is more than buildings and books. And an education should set you free, not fence you in. Welcome to Liberty's global campus, where distance learning was pioneered and evolved into one of the top-ranked schools in the nation. We're protecting your budget your time, and your education isn't just a theory, it's our priority. Here, degrees in your field reflect industry demands and help you get ahead of the competition. Where college comes to you, but you can come to college too. Game day, homecoming, graduation day. Your school, your values, your experience, your choice. Welcome to Liberty University, where we train champions for Christ.
Welcome back to Flame Central. We go back to the hardwood for our next feature on former Flame Scotty James. Scotty is playing professional basketball for the Tianjin Pioneers in China. In his last 5 games, he's averaging almost 30 points and more than 12 rebounds a game. So I think it's safe to say he's adjusting well to playing overseas. But it's a miracle he's still able to even play this game, let alone walk, after a scary incident back in early 2023.
So I don't remember the play, so I'll tell you off of the video that I saw. One of my players poked out the ball, and I picked it up on the break, took a couple dribbles, and went up and dunked it. I was swinging forward and kind of got undercut a little bit, and then fell basically backwards, landed on my face and kind of, I guess, scorpioned. I've dunked the ball like that probably 1,000 times in my life and never done anything like that, you know? So I think for me, it definitely gives some perspective on how fragile life is. Remember how to do it? Remember you put the ball, oh.
Literally, my favorite thing in the entire world is seeing him as a dad. Basketball and everything aside, like, he's the best dad.
Former Liberty basketball player Scotty James and his wife Delaney have been together since 8th grade.
He was like the new kid at the school. I had gone to the same school my entire life, and we didn't really have many new kids come in.
I actually walked in, I had met everybody in my class except for one girl, and I saw her, and I was like, oh, I hope this is the other girl, because she's like super, super cute.
Very tall, handsome, and I was like, okay, I think I might finally have a guy that I like.
And then I guess the rest of that is kind of history.
To say the least, today they're married in a family of 4. But when you look back to those early dating days, one thing that hasn't changed is Scotty's love for basketball.
I never really had that like love of sports, and so it was kind of inspiring, I guess, to see somebody's like passion for a game.
It's always been like my dream and stuff to play professional basketball, and she always knew that and stuff.
I knew that depending on where our relationship took us, that could be in my future for a long time.
And the sport would take them on quite the journey. After graduating from Liberty University, Scotty would begin his professional playing career in Germany, which is where his family would grow for the first time.
She flew over like 34 weeks pregnant, had the baby in October, like right when the season was starting ready to go in. First year, being married, and then boom, going overseas, having a baby, and yeah.
It would be a unique start to a new chapter for the James family, but they would embrace the experience. The following season, Scotty would briefly play in Israel. Before landing an unlikely opportunity in October of 2022 with the Tianjin Pioneers of the Chinese Basketball Association. All would be well until about 6 months later, when Scotty would experience that scary moment on the court.
I was unconscious for about an hour, woke up in the hospital, had 25 stitches in my face, had one of my, actually this fake tooth right here was broken half, broken nose, was in the hospital for 8 days.
And during this time, Scotty would be alone without his wife or family as the COVID restrictions were still in place in China.
I remember he called me and he said that he was in a doctor's office, and I was just like, are you in the hospital? Why would you be calling me in the middle of your game if you're just no? I was very scared. I didn't know what the outcome was gonna be. I didn't know if he had any long-term injuries.
During this time of unknown and recovery, the couple turned to God for strength.
God was definitely looking out. I didn't have any serious neck or back injuries, which definitely should have been a lot more serious of injuries, just based off of what I can expect, and also just talking with different doctors, and all the tests came back and they were good. So I just had some bruising on my brain at the time. That's pretty much all healed up now.
I think that our faith has been the only constant. I mean, languages aside, scenery, all those things can change, and the fact that we can always come back to our faith and our trust that God has the whole picture. God knows what's best. So I think trusting in that is the most important thing for us.
Thankfully, Scotty would make a full recovery and would be cleared to get back on the hardwood. Today, he brings a new appreciation to the court, grateful to continue to play the game he loves and live out his dream of playing professional basketball. In June of 2023, he would sign his second contract with Tianjin and plans to head back to China for his second season with the Pioneers. But this time, when he goes back overseas, he plans to bring his girls with him.
Being overseas and that adjustment every single season is always difficult, but it's taught me that he is home to me, and no matter what we're doing, no matter where we are, the most important thing is being together. I don't care where this journey takes us, being with you is the only thing that matters. And coming out stronger, I feel like we definitely have, and I'm really grateful for that.
Such a sweet story. And I'm beyond thrilled to announce that Scotty and Delaney just welcomed their third daughter, Millie Mae James, on January 11th. Another international baby for the James family. And get your Kleenex box ready, because her middle name, May, means littlest sister in Chinese. Scotty also posted on his Instagram, "All these princesses got me feeling like Disney." Congrats to them.
I mean, wow. That's great stuff. Somehow we make the transition out of warm, hot, and fuego. Top player moment from the past week here in Liberty Athletics. Rhett, do we have a theme this week?
We do. National Popcorn Day this past week.
Are you more of a traditional popcorn or kettle corn guy?
I'm a kettle corn guy. Yeah.
Same.
We'll get to that here in just a sec.
Page.
Yeah. But first off, starting off, my first flavor, kind of like the Cracker Jacks, you have the caramel with also the nuts mixed in. Gotta go there. I have to have the nuts. You can get it without the nuts, but to me, it's just not the same. You know me, peanut M&Ms, all that stuff. Love to have the nuts in there. All right. Emma Hess, Warm Athlete of the Week. This young lady, 9th all-time on the three-pointer list with 128 for the Flames, 3 away from Jamie Fisher-Davis for 8th. And this young lady, it's just, when she is on, it works. Against Louisiana Tech, she had 14 points. And this team, they rally around her. When Emma gets going, you kind of feel like she is the leader on the court. It's like, okay, if Emma's going, let's all have her back and get going too. She's just a pivotal part of this team. And when she can get into double digits consistently in that 15 range, this team usually has success, because you've seen Bella Smuda come a long way this season. Those two are the 1-2 punch. So when Emma is hitting it from deep and also can kind of drive and kick a little bit too to keep the defense on their toes, basically, this team has success. Yeah,
much needed win for them. Hopefully that kind of gets them rolling a little bit. All right, from warm we go to hot.
All right, hot. My popcorn, have you ever had the Chicago style? It's like a cheese and a caramel mix.
Yes.
Some people,
a huge fan of mixing the two.
I don't mind it. It's
Separately
pretty good.
Is okay mixed.
So a lot of people like it. I guess in Chicago that would make sense here, right? But Kyle Rode, all right, when we look at this guy, it's been an up and down season. Big game for him last game, 20 points against Louisiana Tech in the overtime loss. It's his 7th career 20-point effort. Already on the Lou Henson midseason watch list. 4 from 10 from deep. He's the guy. So I think a lot of Flames Nation wondering oh boy, it's been such a struggle. You start to see him heat up. I think the rest of the Flames will follow suit shortly thereafter. And you look to your leader. You look to the captain, right, to get things going. A big effort from him last game with 20 points.
Yeah, still a lot of season left, certainly for them as well. I think they're going to heat up. All right, finally, Rhett and Fuego. Who is it this week?
All right, in Fuego, popcorn is kettle corn, especially the Clark boys that come to all the Liberty football games.
Guys.
Local.
Great stuff.
Great popcorn. All right, it's Warren Barrett. You think, no, it's not a country western singer.
No,
Warren Barrett, shot putter for Liberty. This guy can just chuck it. Listen to this. Field Athlete of the Week in CUSA, all right? First competition in 10 months. Wow. He throws it 61 feet, 10.5 inches. He won by 11.5 feet.
Oh, my God.
All right? If I'm somebody else on another school and I watch that, I'm thinking I had a good throw, I'd be like,
to a different sport.
Hey, coach, red shirt. You got red shirt this year. Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, what
Congrats to him. Great to have him back and healthy again. All right, Rhett, thanks as always. Still to come, we got hit with some weather that this Canadian was absolutely loving. I know he was. Check it out when Flame Central returns.
So you're looking for a university that's perfect for you, a school that has anything you could possibly need.
Anything?
You want a place that has the programs you want to study, and maybe a few more, just in case you change your mind.
I think I'm going to sign up for the fashion design program.
All right. A place with state-of-the-art facilities. I mean, look at this campus.
And who doesn't love big-time sports?
And great recreational activities.
Okay, now we're on a roll. Somewhere you can hike, slide, strike, shoot, climb, eat, and most importantly, eat. You want a place that takes you to space? Okay, maybe not, but we can teach you how to fly, or pastor a church, or run a business. And all that with a great view? Yeah, I think I know a place.
God's calling for your life can be specific. And at Liberty, we are committed to equipping you to pursue that calling. Choose from more than 350 unique programs of study, or design your own major through interdisciplinary studies, and be confident your major is the perfect fit. No matter how specific your calling, you'll find a program of study to match at Liberty University and become your best as a champion for Christ.
Welcome back to the show. I'm sure for some of our viewers around the country, you're already sick of snow. Maybe you live up north and it's just part of everyday life.
Yeah, but for us here in Virginia, on the rare instance when we get a good snow, we cherish it and post way too many. Did you write my script?
Yeah.
And post too many pictures on Instagram of your dog playing in the snow. This week, we actually got some good snow. It was a beautiful scene around campus, a wintry wonderland. Classes and work, even better, were canceled on Tuesday, much to the delight of all the students and myself.
Yeah, so instead of working on their studies, well, some Liberty track and field athletes worked on a massive snowman. John and Christian Hicks, along with Gabriel Willis and others, constructed this 13-foot tall snowman.
Wow.
It created quite the buzz around Lynchburg, let me tell you.
That thing's still going to be standing in June.
It probably is. Hey, we did a story on the Hicks brothers. Go to libertyflamecentral.com if you'd like to see that or any of the other stories you may have missed.
And download and subscribe to the Flame Central podcast. For Matt, I'm Emily. We'll see you next week.